We're connecting with community experts. We're connecting with you. This is Connect by 3 News.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to 3 News Connect. We want to help keep everyone connected and, of course, bring you all the latest on the coronavirus. I'm Monica Robbins, and my partner, Jay Crawford, and I are broadcasting to you live from our homes. Hey, Jay, how are you?
Hi, Monica. I'm doing well. Hope you are, too. Hello as well to everyone at home. We start every day with the 3 big headlines on the coronavirus, and let's jump right in. And we start with numbers, and they are not good. The unemployment numbers shooting up yet again. The latest numbers just as bleak as the preceding 2 weeks. Another 5.2 million Americans filed for unemployment benefits last week. That means roughly 22 million Americans, 22 million, have lost their jobs over the past month. That's roughly 1 out of every 8 jobs, at least temporarily, gone. Ohio jobless claims for the week, they were up as well, 158,000, meaning Ohio has lost 855,000 jobs as a result of this pandemic. And to sort of put that into perspective for you, the number of people that have lost their jobs over the last 4 weeks, more than the number of people that lost their jobs the previous 2 years combined. In fact, by 140,000. Wow. Monica?
Yeah, wow, indeed. Well, today, President Trump plans to issue federal guidelines on how and when the economy can reopen. Now, the plan will advise areas with low numbers of COVID-19 infections to begin pulling back on social distancing measures after May 1st. Harder hit areas may be asked to wait another month or more. The president has said that the decisions on how and when to reopen parts of the economy will fall to the individual governors. And as the number of COVID-19 cases appears to be stabilizing, hospitals are not letting up. Romney Smith gives us some good news from our front lines.
A few weeks ago, this was the line to get tested for COVID-19 at the Cleveland Clinic and university hospitals. Now that most people are social distancing or staying home, the numbers are changing.
It looks it has been steady recently for the last, I would say, week or so. We have the same number of patients getting admitted to our hospitals as well as to the ICUs.
University Hospitals is also seeing a difference.
Peak numbers of COVID-positive patients in the health system were about 120. And today our census across the health system is only 73 COVID-positive patients.
When it comes to medical equipment, both healthcare systems say they're good to go.
We have no shortage of beds, no shortage of ICU beds, and fortunately no shortage of ventilators. So we are in very good shape in Northeast Ohio. It's a great tribute to Governor DeWine and to Dr. Amy Acton.
Cleveland Clinic has so many ventilators that Tuesday at the White House, its CEO announced a ventilator loan program, and it's also loaning out one of its most precious resources.
We are sending ventilators and physicians to other hard-hit areas. Some of our physicians from the Respiratory Institute will be going to New York to help later this week, for example.
Doctors say until we have a vaccine, they will still diagnose new cases and hotspots will pop up, and that if there's a surge of COVID later on, they're ready. Romney Smith, 3 News.
Romney, thank you very much. 7 residents at an Akron retirement community have died from coronavirus. A spokesperson for Ohio Living, Rocky Knoll, says these deaths happened over the last 3.5 weeks, with the first positive test being reported at the facility on March 21st. It's not clear how the cluster of cases started there. Some good news when it comes to protecting essential workers in Ohio. Battelle will be sterilizing N95 masks for law enforcement and EMS providers, and they'll do it for free. Governor Mike DeWine says the company assured him it will be a 2 to 3 day turnaround. DeWine also announced more testing kits are heading our way. The Greater Cleveland Food Bank is having another drive-through distribution today. If you need food, you can stop by the Muni lot. The hours are from 2 to 5. You'll get fresh produce and non-perishable items. Now, since it's been so busy the last couple of weeks, Cleveland Police, the Ohio National Guard, and Ohio Military Reserve will be on hand to help control the traffic. If you plan on going, you must stay inside your vehicle. That's very important to remember. You're also asked to pre-register if you can at wefeedcle.org. wefeedcle.org. It's not mandatory, but it is definitely preferred. It is, however, and this is very important, required that your trunk is completely empty. That's where the food will be placed. Monica?
Well, a local family hit hard by the coronavirus is getting by on the love and support of their small town. It's a town that says it is proud to be Greg Strong. Will Ewick has the story from Lodi.
When most people in Northeast Ohio think of Lodi, they think of this, the outlet mall just off the interstate, which is like a ghost town right about now. But just behind the shopping plaza, a little bit north, is a town of about 3,000 people. And in a town that small, when one of them is hurting, everyone feels it.
Everybody helps everybody else around here.
Lodi is the type of town where everybody
I'm related to the mayor.
knows everybody's name.
I'm related to treasurer and the county commissioner.
Tina Frary has lived there for close to 30 years with her husband, Greg.
Every time we go into a restaurant, he's got a $100 or $200 tip on there for a $25 meal. That's the kind of man he is.
So when a man like that in a small town like this is put into a medically induced coma due to the coronavirus, it hits the town hard. But no one harder than Tina, especially this week.
On Saturday, we'll be married 33 years. In all that time, we've never been apart more than 5 days. So this has been a living nightmare.
To make matters worse, Tina has also been diagnosed with COVID-19. Now in quarantine, the highlight of each day has been when the nurse at the hospital does her a favor.
So they'll take their phone in and they put it next to his ear. And I get to talk to him.
Wanting to do something, the community of Lodi has rallied around Tina and Greg, showing support by calling, praying, and dropping things off at the house.
It hit home. And when it hit home, boy, it hit home.
Now the hashtag Greg Strong movement has started, with T-shirts and yard signs being ordered, in the hope that when Greg does beat this and comes back to his small town of Lodi,
The outpouring of love and support, people I don't even know, has been phenomenal.
he'll know he had the entire community fighting in his corner.
And that means so much to us.
Will Ewick,
That is probably what's going to get him
Great
through
story.
this.
3 News.
Great story. Well, we all know the restaurant industry has also taken a major hit since this pandemic, and one celebrity chef with local ties is stepping in to help.
If you need a little birthday wish, some cooking advice, maybe a favorite restaurant, or just someone to give a friend a virtual hug, I am your guy.
Yep, it's Cleveland native Michael Simon. He is helping to donate to the Ohio Restaurant Employee Relief Fund by doing cameos to help raise money. Now, if you've never heard of Cameo, it's a video sharing platform where celebrities connect to their fans. Simon says all of the money made by doing these will go to that relief fund. And Channel 3 wants to help local businesses stay open as well. We launched a new section on our website called Love Local. It's a directory of all the local places still offering services right now. And if you're a small business that wants to be on that list, just head over to WKYC.com. 3 News Connect will be back after this.
Expecting a tax refund and have bills you just can't afford to pay?
Foods plant today. That pork plant has become the biggest single source of coronavirus cases in the U.S. The CDC team will look into what needs to happen before the plant can reopen in South Dakota. A total of 518 Smithfield employees tested positive, and they passed it on to 126 other non-employees. And if you're trying to figure out how to apply for unemployment, and I know many of you are, there is now an app for that. It's a new service from a current app called Do Not Pay, promising to help you apply for unemployment in just a few minutes for free. So all you need to do, it will mail in a paper application for you, and makers of the app say mailing an application is much faster than applying online, and the app is available in all 50 states. And if you're someone concerned about your 401k while our economy is so unstable, we also have some tips for you. Senior financial advisor Elizabeth Scheider connects us with tips about staying focused on the long term.
You want to think long term and get a plan in place. Really think about when you're going to be accessing the funds, what do you need to do to potentially protect. But most likely what you need to do is just hold on tight and not make any changes.
She says hasty decisions like decreasing or increasing your savings account, not wise, and neither are any big purchases or sales. To know where you really stand, just sit down and crunch the numbers.
Sit down and really look at your balance sheet. How much do you have in debt? How much do you have in assets? And think about what your needs are going to be for the next 6, 12, 1 year, 10 years out. And so you really want to kind of outline what you see going on in your financial life, and then you can step back away from the fear and the greed and really look at what the reality is, and then you can make decisions.
She says never be afraid to hire a professional to help you navigate these big money decisions. Jay?
Monica, tonight, WKYC and the Cleveland Indians are teaming up to raise money for the Boys and Girls Club of Northeast Ohio. While we raise money for a good cause, you'll also be hearing from some of your favorite Cleveland Indians players and coaches. Also, some new faces. Our Jim Donovan spoke with Delano DeShields.
Well, we've been all waiting to see Delano DeShields in that Indians uniform, a new part of the Indians. And we're going to have to wait a little bit longer because of what's going on in the world right now. But we say hello to him. And how are you doing through this period of time? Like all of us, we all have our own stories. How are you handling it?
I'm doing good. Just trying to find ways to be creative, stay busy. Been reading a lot. Picked up the guitar.
Oh,
so I just been use my time wisely.
When you came to Cleveland during the winter, and the Indians had their Winter Fest, and they had the opportunity to meet all the fans and everything like that. So you're a perfect guy to talk about what we're doing in this fundraiser here this evening to raise money for the Boys and Girls Clubs, to open up those doors to those clubs on the other side of this, to make sure that the kids have an opportunity to enjoy all of those programs once again. But when you first arrived in Cleveland, I remember you came in and visited with us, and you were on your way and setting up kind of a kids clinic for baseball and kind of a skills type of situation. So obviously giving back to the kids is an important thing to you.
Yeah, it's just something that is really special to me. Something that, I haven't really been as involved as I would like to have been in the past. And so I'm really just wanting to, get more involved, get older, and, just using my platform as best as I can to be able to impact the youth and to be able to give back.
Hey, I want to thank you. And the kids of Cleveland will thank you, especially those that take part in the Boys and Girls Clubs, because the Indians are very involved in the community overall, but especially with this campaign and with this organization, and to be a part of this and taking some time out. We really thank you. And we're waiting to see you. It would be great to see you in an Indians uniform in Cleveland because I know you were excited to come here. It would be fun.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it. And, soon enough, y'all be able to see me in a uniform and at Progressive Field. So stay tuned. And, God bless everybody.
Delano DeShields, Jimmy Donovan, guys, thank you very much. We're going to have special coverage of the fundraiser. Again, that's tonight. It's hosted by Jim Donovan. He's going to be joined by Indians manager Terry Francona. Also, you've got players from today, players from the past. Sandy Ellimore and Kenny Lofton will join Jimmy, as will Carlos Carrasco and Shane Bieber. You don't want to miss it. Coverage begins at 6:30 on our website. It's followed by the special at 7:30 tonight on Channel 3. We certainly hope you will join us. 3 News Connect, taking a quick break. We're coming right back. Stay with us.
Get superior quality energy.
Don't give up. That's the message this 6th grade Barberton Middle School teacher is sending with a homemade music video. Jessica Crawford's very proud brother sent us that video. And college board officials are telling students prepare to possibly take an at-home version of the SAT college entrance exam. June testing has been canceled, so instead of a paper and pencil test, the home test would be digital and include a computer camera and microphone to monitor movement and talking. Many people are battling addiction while trying to navigate through this coronavirus system, and it forced many resources in Northeast Ohio to just quickly adjust how they treat people. And I talked to the head of one of the largest behavioral health agencies in Lorain, Medina, and Erie counties about what they're doing to keep people safe.
Joining me in the Health Hub is Tom Stuber, President and CEO of Lakota Way. Can you talk about the current situation with hospital resources?
The hospitals are so pressed right now, just trying to handle the pandemic, that they have already stopped taking many, I guess you'd call them regular, or patients with regular issues that they typically handle. And if we can handle those on an outpatient basis, all the better. If somebody experiences an overdose, the EMS and the hospital emergency room is probably the most appropriate place for them to get engaged. But we are also working with an organization called Let's Get Real that has peer supporters who are dispatched to the emergency rooms when somebody comes as a result of an overdose or an alcohol or drug-related problem. And then they engage them back to us for treatment and ongoing care.
Has any change been made regarding in-person visits if family can't see the patient?
We have stopped all visitation. We've stopped all volunteers and any outsiders from coming into the agency for visits. And unless it is a critical contact. And seeing their children is a critical contact. But again, anybody coming to the door will receive a CDC screening and then also have their temperature checked to make sure they're asymptomatic.
Well, it's so easy to feel overwhelmed right now, but there are some things you can do to help. We talked with life coach Tasha Brandt, who says, stick to the 3 M's. This is great advice. They are meditation, which might be just 5 or 10 minutes of sitting quietly by yourself, controlling your breathing. The other M is movement. Get up for a break, even if it's just stretching. And the final M, make conscious choices, meaning are you eating enough? What are you doing to relax? Now, I know a lot of people dismiss the meditation thing right away, saying, no, that's not for me, or I've tried it and I can't concentrate. Maybe you've never done it or tried it the way the experts recommend. Tasha has a couple of recommendations for us beginners.
Calm Insight Timer is a really great one for that as well. Also on YouTube, I can't even tell you the amount of searches that I have for meditations. If I wake up with a feeling of like, God, I feel frustrated this morning. Okay, meditation for frustration, and figure out, like, find the time that you want, like the time allowance that you want.
You're more likely to start it and stick with it if you make it a habit. So Tasha says she does her meditation every day, first thing in the morning. She doesn't go for her phone to check social media. She makes it a point to do her 5 to 10 minutes of meditation first thing every day. Not a bad tip. It's worth a try. I know people that do it. They do it daily, and they swear it makes a huge difference. Well, remember, we want to keep you up to date with the very latest coronavirus information, and there is so much of it, and sometimes it's tough to bring it all together. Well, we do that for you, and we send it right to your phone. Text us the word FACTS to 216-344-3300. That will trigger our alert system, and we will send you updates as they are available. 3 News Connect. Taking a break. We're back to wrap things up after this.
We all have that list of home improvement projects we need to do, and if
Here are 3 coronavirus headlines that have folks talking. First, Governor DeWine says more testing kits are headed to the Buckeye State, and that is certainly good news. He expects 200,000 swabs by the end of the month. Hospital system Metro Health now says they can sterilize 50,000 masks a day. That helps take off much of the pressure concerning PPEs. And the Cleveland Indians, one of 27 teams participating in coronavirus antibody studies, All of these headlines and more on our website, WKYC.com, also available on our app. Well, if you love going to Disney and you love the food, we have great news for you. We're bringing a little slice of the happiest place on earth right into your home. Disney has released some of their secret food recipes, long held very close to the vest. Now you can make your own Dole Whips, churro bites, and everyone's favorite Toy Story Land grilled cheese. You can do all of this in your home. You can find those recipes on Disney's website. Monica?
Oh my, just what we need. Well, hey, a lot of people, a lot of us are hoping to a return to the new normal, and it may be snowy and cold today, but warmer weather is on the way, and that brings a lot of questions, and one of them is, will the heat kill the virus?
It's the middle of April, but the start of summer is just about 2 months away. And one common question we're getting is, will the summer heat kill the coronavirus? People want to know if the virus will taper off like the seasonal flu. There's been a lot of debate over this question, but a new report by the National Academies of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine that's been sent to the White House says don't count on summer to stop the coronavirus. Researchers analyzed laboratory studies and data on the rate of spread from China and other countries. Their findings, quote, some limited data support a potential waning of cases in warmer and more humid seasons, yet none are without major limitations. The report warned, given that countries currently in summer climates, such as Australia and Iran, are experiencing rapid virus spread, it should not be assumed warmer weather will lead to a decrease in cases. Only time will tell if the summer months will slow or stop the spread here in the U.S. So the answer to this question is still unknown.
Well, as is so much about this virus. Just a reminder, tonight we team up with the Cleveland Indians. We're doing it to raise money for a great cause, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northeast Ohio. The special is hosted by Jimmy Donovan. He's going to be joined by Terry Francona. Also, former players Sandy Alomar and Kenny Lofton will chat with Jimmy. And current players Carlos Carrasco and Shane Bieber will make an appearance. Coverage begins on our website at 6:30. That's followed by the TV special. It will come your way beginning at 7:30. So, Monica, I know it's not baseball, but it might scratch an itch just to see some of our favorite Cleveland Indians.
It's a taste of baseball. All right. Hey, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow.
Our hope, stay safe. We'll see you at 5 o'clock.